I'll be crossing over to Narok County, whereby the Orange Democratic Movement is conducting its party primaries in Narok County in the ongoing primaries. And remember that ODM adopted the use of electronic voting. And now let's listen in.
That is by the party, after, of course, due consideration. And we have places that are going for elections, like, for example, we have got Narok North constituency. We also have Kilgoris, so I understand they are trying to come to an amiable settlement or a consensus. We have got Narok Town Ward, we have got Kilgoris Central Ward, and several others, but most have agreed, most countries have agreed on consensus, and I think it's a very encouraging thing, because we really need to be together and to be united while facing the opposition, which is actually UDA. The good thing about the elections, ODM elections, is that we do not have ballot papers, which are prone to misuse, which are actually used for rigging. We actually we are using technology, modern technology. Voter will come, they verify whether he's a member, and then he'll just, kind of point out, or he himself kind of pick the person that he wants, and automatically that one is registered as a vote. And so there is no room for manipulation or rigging. So we are okay as ODM, and I think for the Narok people, they know the kind of leaders they want. We are a very straightforward community, and we normally believe in leadership, and we know who the real leaders are, we know who the conmen are, and that is it. So we are okay, and we are going to do it peacefully. We don't want the fiascos that, the kind of fiascos that we saw in the elections in UDA, which has been the worst in the history of this country. So I think we are okay.
Now, after the nominations...
Yes. After each party has actually decided who their candidates are, we'll also come together now as Narok Azimio family. We'll try to reach a further consensus. So that where possible, we actually field one candidate for Azimio coalition. So there is that still. There will be more talking before the time that, before the deadline set by the IBC. So we'll still do that, because all we want is to get the best candidate for Azimio and for this country and for our county. That's what we want.
So we're not likely to see sister parties competing?
It is not the end. Where we see that there is need for competition, or where we cannot reach consensus, because this is a democratic party, then we let the people go from whichever party. But we'll try as much as possible to minimize the friction by actually reaching a consensus in each and every position. Such that if ODM is strong in a place like maybe Narok Town or elsewhere, then we actually talk to these people and tell them this is the party that is strong. This is the candidate who is strong. If you believe that is strong in a particular ward, then we'll agree to fill that candidate. That's what we intend to do as Narok.
My final question, your influence in North area cannot be underrated. Now we are going to the nominations.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite candidate?
One thing is, I like the way you have said it, that you cannot take me for granted, Narok North. People should remember that actually the people elected me, and I took offer from the mama. I actually removed him, but we became very good friends thereafter. So for somebody to remove the mama, that person is actually supported by the community. I've been an MP for 10 years. The Maasai people came and said, leave that position. Now we want to be our governor. And they came and actually kind of anointed me as the governor for Narok. I have no favorite candidate, because as a community we have suffered a lot because of bad leadership. Now we want to get the best leaders, and it doesn't matter where they come from, as long as they are not from UDA. So I have no favorite. Whoever the people will bring, we'll work with them.